Well, hi again. Welcome back to Professor Snyder's, it's me, Music Biz News. In previous podcasts, I talked about a recording studio in York, PA that was paying people $25 to come in and talk for 2 hours so that the recordings that they make of these people talking would be marketed or sold to a company that was using these recordings of people talking to train AI, not knowing exactly where their voices were going to be used or how they were going to be used, but basically they were getting $25 for coming in and talking for 2 hours. Seems like a pretty good deal, right? And I also talked about the artist Grimes, who you may remember was allowing people to use her voice, the AI version of her voice, to sing any song. And that was in exchange for 50% of any royalties that song might have brought in. Well, Imogen Heap, whose 2005 track Headlock just became her biggest hit ever after a belated viral surge on TikTok, is now letting fans legally borrow its vibe for their own songs via generative AI. Heap is the first artist to sign on for a new feature from AI music platform Gen that lets users infuse the vibe, feel, rhythmic style, and instrumental textures of licensed songs into new creations. The service pays artists 70% of the revenue each time someone uses their style filter. Users pay $5 to generate up to 90 minutes of music laced with the essence of Heap's songs, or $8 for a high-strength setting where song generations will be more obviously influenced by her work. In a press release, Gen's other co-founder, Mike Karen, frames the feature as a new business model for artists. Think of style filters like an app for music creators. You're not licensing a song so much as you're launching a product. You become the software. You become software. Heap thinks more artists should find ways to embrace licensed AI. The more you are, the more things are likely to happen, she says. The more artists that stick their head in the sand, the more likely it's going to go to the people who are doing it for profit and won't be thinking about them. And so musicians aren't the only ones selling digital replicas of some aspects of themselves. Now I've found that actors are also selling their likeness or even their emotions to companies that are then using these attributes to train AI. AI firms are paying professional actors $150 an hour to lend emotions to avatars. It's now seeking professional actors to come to a 3-camera green screen studio setup where they are required to express both verbal and non-verbal emotions based on provided prompts. They also may improvise brief scenes according to Real Eyes job posting. The pay, $300 for 2 hours of work. That's compared to the $25 just to come in and talk. And professional actors are needed to create expressive avatars that can emote realistically within virtual environments. Where the AI versions of themselves end up might not be what they'd like, but they did sign contracts. Why actors and models who license their images to AI marketing firms may come to regret it. Actors can make good money licensing their images to AI companies, but many are later shocked to see where their digital clones turn up. AI technology, cheaper than filming actors, but more realistic than an entirely AI-generated avatar, allows firms to build catalogs of digital models to appear in videos that mostly promote products or services. To make a video, Synthesia's customers just have to select a face, a language, a tone, such as serious or playful, and insert the script. This means that some of these actors' images are showing up in commercials for products that they would not necessarily endorse, or political messages, or even in background scenes in TV and movies, because they signed a contract, they really don't have any recourse. The clients I've worked with didn't fully understand what they were agreeing to at the time, says Elisa Malchiotti, a lawyer who specializes in business law. One major red flag is the use of broad, perpetual, and irrevocable language that gives the company full ownership or unrestricted rights to use a creator's voice, image, and likeness across any medium, she says. So how does this relate to music, you may ask? Well, if you look at YouTube, TikTok, all the social media, there's tons and tons of videos of people performing that have probably already been gobbled up to train AI. And if you're using distributors like CD Baby or DistroKid, you should go back and read the contract you agreed to. You probably gave them the right to represent your music, and you may be surprised just how much authority you have given them, like allowing AI on Spotify to break your song into stems that anybody who's part of Streaming 2.0 or the upper level layers of Spotify could then take those stems and remix them with stems from other songs to create brand new mashups or brand new songs using your stems, another musician's stems, and another musician's stems to create new music. Maybe not necessarily where you thought your music would end up. To be sure, CD Baby in August of 2023, or right around when Spotify's mixing tool Ambitions entered the media spotlight, tacked on an additional grant to its existing artist agreement. Additional grant affords licenses like Spotify and other social platforms the ability to transform, remix, and otherwise create derivative works of artist songs alone or in combination with other sounds and sound recordings. That refers in part to remixes and mashups per the clause, variations of which appear to be present in publicly available artist agreements from TuneCore and DistroKid and various other distributors. So you might want to go back and look at those contracts. So as Heap says, if you're just looking to ignore AI, well, sorry, it's already happening. And this is not going away. We need to find a way to live together with the technology. And the only way to do that is to do what we do for ourselves. Artists have to get involved. We can't let only the people who want to do it for profit or want to do it for their own gain be making the decisions. Meanwhile, we just found out that the Academy, the Oscars, now will award Oscars to AI-created films. AI is moving really fast, and it's very hard to keep up. And so what is being presented today might not work tomorrow. It's all very confusing and sort of exciting at the same time. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Please share and like. Bye.